Welcome in, my friends. It's episode 67. We got a lot to cover today. We've had a somewhat busy transfer window. I need your help from a tactic standpoint. It's just, we got a lot to cover. So let's just hop right into it, shall we? Here we go. All right, my friends, we are going to show you one game today because I think we're going to take some time going through all the transfers and such. I'm going to be changing how we handle this series. As you know, I've got the experiment series running. We just kicked off this week the San Francisco City FC series, and it's not replacing this one by any means. It's just this is now more about the Europa League, Champions League, that type of success, and getting players into national teams if we can. So whereas in the past I would show you a bunch of the cups, I'm going to show you like the big or the rivalry games. It'll be fewer episodes in a season because I think we've been averaging like anywhere from 10 to 14 episodes in a season, and that's just to get where we want to go with the club, not really feasible to keep it up. So I'm going to be doing more like summaries, I think, at the front part of the episodes, and we'll usually play probably one game because of that, because there'll be more stuff in between to kind of catch up on. Let me know your thoughts on that. As you can see, we kicked off the season with an extra time victory over Wexford. I guess when you're not Matt Sharp and you play a bunch of players you haven't played a bunch of preseason and they're not Matt Sharp, the best way to get Matt Sharp is to go 120 minutes. And we finally got the win. Yeah, right. We beat Bohemian away from home. We lost, of course, the UCD 2-0, playing a 3-4-1-2, and that is what I need your help out on. We're going to look at it. We beat Sligo 2-1, a little nervy. We went up 2-0, and then we kind of looked a little shaky in the second half. They got the one goal there in the 80th minute. Shamrock Rovers, same thing. We go up early, 2 goals. We get a third, and then like they immediately come back and smack 2 in, and it's kind of like, oh, goodness. And Connor Lang missed a penalty, which would have kind of, sealed it for us. Let's take a look here. We got 3 new signings. I've asked for them to allow me to sign a new, an additional coach, because I was getting messages that like players are saying that their unit isn't getting enough attention during training, and it's because we're kind of spread thin. We got a bit of a bigger squad. We'll talk about it. We've sold a whopping 177 season tickets, which is up a whole 3 from last season. I'm like, we're going to be in the Europa League. Anybody? Anybody? It's like Shamrock here, right? Shamrock finished 6th. So we'll show up for the Shamrock game, and it's mostly their fans. You'd think some of their fans would come down for our Europa League game. It's Europa League. I'm a little upset. Let's take a look here. Transfers. We have bolstered the team. I'm quite happy with all of these. As you can see, we spent... I don't know what's up with the math. I don't think you can see this because I'm in the way. There it is. 74 grand is what it says down here. That's not correct. Nobody knows. Let's take a look at the freebie. Marco Nag, German. We get some sort of a German connection coming in here. Hot prospect. We're paying him $300 a week. 19 years old. Left winger. He could also play defensive winger despite the 4 tackling and 3 marking. Scratch your head on that one. So obviously we could slide him over to play the inside forward up here. Like if you just look at the stats, he doesn't have the flair for it. He's definitely more of just a winger, but he's 19, right? So like 16 balance, 15 agility, pretty pacey. I think he's a good pickup for a free. He's going to give us some depth here on the left side. So now we got Gilmore, Brandon. I know somebody left me a comment last week about how to pronounce that. I'm just going to call him Brandon. McGlade is kind of falling off a little bit, and Jamie Walsh, who's one of our youngsters who's kind of doing okay. He's similar, just not as good on these, and he's the same age. That's probably not a good sign for him. Then we've picked up Liam Bossen, a Belgian goalkeeper. As you noted, last season, McGuinness' star rating just started to slowly dwindle. He wanted I want to say a backup contract. So we've gone out and we picked him up for a whopping $3,000. He was unhappy. He wanted to leave. Great find by the scouts. He can play either the sweeper keeper or the goalkeeper role for us. And he's significantly better than McGinnis, right? If you look at it that way. So McGinnis has pretty good like technicals. I think it's more of the mentals and maybe the physicals where Boston has kind of got him, right? He's obviously the physicals. And the technicals are better, right? But the mentals definitely help him out as he's going. So absolutely thrilled with him. You could see his history here. He was a Royal White Star Bruals. And played a whopping 3 games. Then he went to Anderlecht as I'm guessing as a youth prospect. I'm not going to guess his age. Then he kind of went all over, right? Nottingham Forest on a loan, I guess. Surely that should say loan because he's still loaned here, unless they bought him and they loaned it back, but that should say free transfer. So I'm going to assume that was some sort of a loan. Then he moved on a free to Billiken Town. 18 starts back in 2019-2020 after 11. You know, and then I think it was like he just fell out of favor. And so he was the backup and he's kind of going, hey, my career is kind of falling apart here. I'm 26. Oh, and he also, this is what was interesting. He has other nationality of Ireland. So he is eligible for either one. I don't think he's probably too old to make the cut for the Irish national team. But you never know. Maybe he goes into Europe and just, smashes it, right? So solid pickup, definitely. We had McGinnis and Finn McGowan. We still have McGowan because he's on a appearance only contract, like a non-contract contract. And so now McGinnis drops down to that other role, and McGowan, we can keep him as an emergency third string keeper. Harry White coming to us for $79,000 from Bray Wanderers, my friends. We lacked a little depth in midfield, right, when I looked at it. And all around, as a 22-year-old, quite tasty. Quite tasty. Can play, obviously, the central midfield role in pretty much any way that you want him to. Can play a deep line playmaker, can play advanced playmaker, can play box-to-box, which that's what I was kind of looking at him for. He's not aggressive enough for the ball in the midfielder. So he's more of that, he slots into the Zach O'Neill, Gavin Houlihan, that type of role. In a pinch, he could play the advanced playmaker. I have played him at one point at wing back on the right, even though he's left-footed, just to, as we were trying to see out of game. He could play in the defensive midfield. He's very versatile. 400 a week, I think he's a bargain. Look at the ratings, right? So you got Buckley and O'Reilly are our second and third. Houlihan's not even listed. Neither is Zach O'Neill, which is concerning. But that's what's going on with the transfers. We have released a bunch of players. Marty Waters, Paul Fox, Lucas Klukas, Keith Dalton, Stephen Fitzgerald, John O'Neill, Dylan McGuire. We just did that. Dylan McGuire was that left back we had for a long time on a non-contract contract. Waters, it was gutting. I mean, look at that, 16 scouting summary. He did a good job for us. So I got nothing but love for Marty Waters. It was just time, is what it came down to. Lucas Klukas, I know we had one person in the comments saying, where is Lucas Klukas? He just wasn't developing. And it's probably our fault because we don't have training facilities. And when you just look at it, right, you look at the history, what do you see? You see one really good season in the first division and then a bit of a drop off, and then one amazing season in the Premier division and then drop off, right? So I would have liked to have kept him, but we do have other, he can't dribble or cross. So, we have two really good strikers now. And so he wasn't really going to get the playing time there. We've got some younger prospects for striker. He's not really, he just doesn't fit anywhere based off his attributes. So I'm absolutely gutted, to be honest with you. When I made that decision, I was like, oh, it hurts. But I think it's the right thing for the player. Give him an opportunity to go find another club and keep playing. Now I'm kind of worried. We're gonna can I keep his? I want to keep him his, if he gets okay. I want to keep his retirement history. Dalton was kind of same boat. I mean, he's pacey and can cross, but just wasn't as good as in comparison. Same thing. What does the Fox say? It's kind of like I feel like we cleared out some of the originals, and that hurts. John O'Neill didn't want to sign, so see you later, John. Good luck with your one concentration out there in the world. And Stephen Fitzgerald also didn't want to sign. I would have kept Stephen Fitzgerald because we needed that depth in midfield. Not that he's outstanding, but like give him a chance to develop a little bit. But he just wasn't interested. Well, I want to show you one more here. So Simon Madden. The feedback like with these red arrows was he's like undergoing a complete collapse as a footballer, which is a bit unfortunate. I mean, it's one of those things, right? I mean, he's 34, right? He's gonna be 35 in like 2 months. So that attacking wingback style, we may lose that a little bit and just put him on like defend where he doesn't have to get forward as much. Like he's still really good technically, right? Or maybe like full pack support. We have been playing him in the wingback role and just kind of dealing with it. It's gonna be his last season though, right? If you're completely falling apart, it's gonna be. I mean, and he's so good. It's just the physicals. The physicals are gonna. Father Time is undefeated, right? 600 a week. So this is gonna be his last season with us. Some other interesting things of note, and pulling my notes up here. Buckley is concerned about the White signing. He thinks he's going to come take his job. I'm like, mate, there's lots of room on the squad. It's going to be fine. We had a little bit of a tiff about it, and then the squad was like, hey, we're not happy with how you handled that. And so I told him, you're going to get playing time. We're going to, like, we don't have the depth to not play you, right? O'Neill's not even past Wilshire. Oh, gosh. Speaking of Zach O'Neill, UCD, I didn't have him loan listed. He wanted a backup contract. I can't remember if I showed that to you last time, so that's what he's on. He's still got his stamina's coming back. That's good. They wanted to loan him for 90% of his wages. I was like, get out of my office. You can't be serious. Look at this guy. He's amazing. I didn't get much feedback from you all about the Zach O'Neill fan club. I'm kind of disappointed in you as commenters. So should we have shirts made about the Zach O'Neill fan club, or is there a song we should sing? We have the top 2 goal scorers expected in the league. I think I showed this to you, Gary Hayes Ward, right? Yeah, we signed him for 110 grand. Yeah, he's come in and scored 2 goals in 3 appearances on a 7.27. I mean, he's not bad. He's all right. He's all right. This is why I want to get the 3-4-1-2 working. Okay, we'll get to that. Gavin Wilkinson went out, of course, in the last preseason friendly. He went out with an injury, and so now this is a concern. This is a big concern. This is a big concern. Yes, but he's just back. We're going to work him back in the squad because he's at 54% match sharpness. We gave high bonuses for the league and continental competitions, regular bonuses for the cups because there's so many of them. And okay, I think. So in a perfect world, and sorry about the glare in my glasses. I'm having to wear my glasses because my eyes are bothered by my contacts for some reason. I think I mentioned that in another, maybe it was one of the other series episodes, but it's something with my contacts, and I put them in, and like, even though I can see fine with my glasses, my contacts, it looks a little blurry at times, which is like freaking me out. So I'm just giving my eyes like a week of rest without contacts. Random facts for you. But because we have Gary Hayes Ward and Gavin Wilkinson, I would like to play 2 up top, but I don't want to play 4-4-2. Maybe that's just dumb, and I should. I have tried to get this to work, but we get absolutely smashed against UCD. So maybe, and again, we were playing control possession. Maybe we should have played counter and like ping it up to the target man because that's his natural position. He's 6'3". I mean, of course, right? And then have Wilkinson up here in the advanced forward role. But I'd like your suggestions because the Gegenpress has worked very well. And then I've got the control because that's worked as well. But with Madden falling apart on the right back and who's the other one? Bernard, he's okay. I mean, he's still got some potential, but I mean, he's not as good as he once was. Not getting any younger on the left back. And we've got a plethora of center backs, right? If you look at the center backs, Adeyinka, who, I mean, he's a younger prospect, but he's coming up, right? Captain Jack, still our captain. Frank Eric looks good, despite the fact that in a start and a sub he is a 6.1. He had a 5.9 game. wasn't the best. But he's only playing. I mean, it's only 2 games, right? So like we got time. And then we got Joe Coveney, who's got 4-star potential. We've got Josh Collins, who's getting a rest because he's played a bunch of games. Hugh Douglas, who can cover the right back, and he's quite tall, right? The model citizen. We like him, although that a bit concerning. Tommy Tierney, who I'm trying to loan out, and Darren Walsh, who's a youngster who continues to improve in training. So with that many really good center backs, I would like to play 3 at the back, or like a maybe 5 if we're trying to play counter and like pull our wingers down into wing back roles. I just can't get it to work. Aside from that, like one season where it worked really well, it has not worked since we moved up here. And it's not with these players. Like these are we're playing UCD's Leinster Senior League side. So of course these are going to be, Kavanaugh. We are going to bring in Hayes Ward, just to make sure we're keeping him fresh, and then hopefully take him out and bring in Wilkinson so we can not have Wilkinson in for the whole game. O'Reilly, because his backup Kelly, last name Kelly, yes, broke his leg. So he's out. So we really don't have, Brandon can play here. So that's kind of how we're rotating that right now. So he had a game off, so he's going to play. We've had a bunch of games again at the beginning of the season. Ludwig obviously doesn't start there. That's more of, not Gilmore, McGlade's spot. Gilmore plays on the left instead of Walsh. Nag also can play on the left. Brandon can play wherever you need him to, essentially. On one side, obviously inverted. So I'm going to leave this up here. You can pause it. You get shorter passing, play at a defense. I got play for set pieces because we have really good set piece takers. Short kicks, center backs, counter press, high defensive line, and then a sweeper, keeper, and defend. I'm completely open to your suggestions, and I would love your suggestions because I would like to make this work and kind of go with like a Man City type feel, with the 3 at the back and like passing around. Maybe it's it's higher tempo. I don't know, and I feel lost. So I could use your help there for sure. We have I think I said this. We have the 2 top goal scorers expected in the league in Hayes Ward and Wilkinson. So I want us to play attacking this season. Like whether it's gegenpressing or this, I want us to be positive or attacking. Like go at them. Let's go score. Despite the fact, where's the preseason thing here? Season preview. Yeah, 1,000 to 1. They expect us to go down. I don't understand. I don't understand at all where that is coming from. We're currently in first. Is it just that our reputation? Is it just that? I mean, we got 1.5 star. We almost made it to the group stage in the Europa League. How are we expected to go all the way down? Like that's straight down. I don't explain that to me. Anybody. And last thing before we hop into the game, just a quick update on the Irish national team, right? So they played 2 friendlies with a 5-1 aggregate scoreline against 2 different teams. But, that was in November. And this is what the Euro qualifiers group looks like. So they got Cyprus, France, Russia, and Hungary. Let me know what you think about those chances. I'm thinking not very good. Maybe hope for the best second place team, and that gets you in potentially. Ergo, vis-a-vis, concordantly, the ranking, oh gosh, at one point 23rd in the world, and they are all the way down to 45th, and yet Martin O'Neill still has his job. How is that a thing? Darren Randolph is retiring, so maybe that gives our, Belgian/Irish guy a chance. I mean, not if you compare it like that. Not. What about he looks pretty good too. Yeah, they're playing, not in Ireland to have those shots and chances. But, nobody wants Tierney. No offers for Tierney, right? Wilkinson's good for 45 minutes. Once again, the match engine has given us our rival, except, as you saw there, not the senior team. So I guess we'll take it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping that this squad can get it done. We don't want you uncovered. No. We're gonna do that. There you go. Even though Frank is left-footed. So McGuinness, who we all know and love, Captain Jack, Eric, Adeyinka, Ledwidge, Buckley. Again, I want Buckley to think I'm giving him playing time, so we're going to play him today. Easy, mate. Easy. Zach O'Neill, Jamie Walsh. We got lots of youth on the wings. O'Reilly, experienced here, and then Kavanaugh. So it does have the youth in it, right? Like players that aren't getting as much playing time. Can they get the job done against the team that's 2 divisions below us? We're hoping the answer is yes. Again, I'm not going to show you all of these. Like, obviously, I'll show you if we get to finals and things like that for sure. Passionate. Yes. Okay. Captain Jack's ready to rock. No one else is. Okay, now we're getting some. Yes. Here we go, my friends. He's just being rested, aka we're gonna bring him on at, like, I don't know, 70th minute is kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe a little bit earlier. Work on that match sharpness. It was really unfortunate about Scott Kelly with breaking the leg. He was injured and he came back and it said he was good for 45 minutes. And so I played him. You know, I added him to the U19 squad, the under 19. Sorry, I know that triggers some of you. The under 19 squad, and like for the next day, and said like he can go 20 minutes or something like that. I can't remember if it said 20 or 45, and he breaks his leg. It's like, perfect. And we don't really have any midfield prospects. None of them have been worth signing, so. All right. Adeyinka with the assist. Why is that? Was Adeyinka taking the free kick? Did I didn't really catch that. We're just going to do this one on key highlights. I just wanted to see if we can get some magic from the key highlights for Jamie Walsh. Here he comes. Jamie. Oh, Jamie. Just say his name over and over. That's what you do. If you're still watching at this point in the video, thank you. All the support on this series has been absolutely incredible. It falls. Okay. I'm really excited about the new series. Like I said, it's not going to change. Like, I'm still going to do this series. I'm just going to have more time in between episodes from, like, inside the game. I'm going to try and keep up the pace. That's a lot of Football Manager to play, so it may not be as consistent as, like, a daily upload. But I hope you'll watch the other series and follow along with those as well. If we're going to get going with getting players into Ireland and reversing that course from whatever it was, 23rd to 45th, to go back this way, it's going to take some time, I think. So we'll have to see how it works out. Captain Jackson is 7.5, my friends. He is feeling in fuego. Things going well. I know you're capable of even better. That's right. Yes. I mean, it's only one goal, right? So that's why we would like to keep pushing on, my friends. Don't forget to bring Wilkinson in. Don't forget to bring Wilkinson in. Kavanaugh is, oh, it's a bruised ankle. You're fine, mate. You're fine. It's just a boo-boo. It's just a little boo-boo. Rub an ice pack on it, get that magic spray, you know, like. Here we go. Jamie Walsh. I don't know why he's throwing in from that side. Oh, it was the youth trifecta there, right? It just didn't work. It looked good until it didn't. O'Reilly. Oh, the keeper was there to save it, even if that, I think, had gone through the wall. And then he can't get it past. Come on, O'Reilly. You're like the senior squad member that we don't own. Ledwidge is there. Okay. Takes a touch. Okay, Kavanaugh. The youth connection. Pierce Kavanaugh, assisted by Jack Ledwidge, first goal of the season. And he's had some opportunities because of the injuries. Let's look at this again. That ball movement, I still think, is a bit strange. Adeyinka was in there. It's highlighted him for a second. He's like, nah, mate, you got it. It kind of deflected, and then he volleyed it. That was pretty good. That was pretty good, I must say myself. O'Reilly. What's he got? Oh, Kavanaugh. Oh, I thought it was going to be an own goal. I thought that, based on the angle, I thought that was definitely going in. They've not had a single shot, my friends. My goodness, we have battered them. Hopefully you don't find this boring. That is incredible. We've gone complacent. Adeyinka! Again, the ball movement looks weird. Was there an update to the match engine? Does anybody know? I've updated my graphics drivers recently. Maybe that's why. We've got we got 2 goals from center backs today. Adeyinka just straight up volleys it. Maybe it was just like in the whatever speed it was. That looked more normal from that standpoint, if I may say so myself. All right, we are gonna leave Kavanaugh in. because he's got a goal, and we want to rest Hayes Ward. Let's see, Kavanaugh. What can you? Let's just have Wilkinson play poacher. Like, keep it simple. You just smack the ball into the back of the net. That's all we want you to do. Don't worry about anything else. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, lads. Their DM is on a 5.8. That's not what you're going for if you are a UCD Leinster Senior League fan, which I'm sure there are thousands. Buckley. O'Neill with a boo-boo on his ankle. Which ankle is it? Is it his, like, his good foot, or his natural foot, I should say. There he is. O'Neill. Here he comes. Oh, I thought he was going to smack one. He looked like he was rearing back there for a second, and then he pulled back a little bit. It's the smart thing to do. We've shown him. We've shown him today, boys. We're going to bring in Nag here in a second, because what a name. O'Neill doesn't chase that down. It's a bit disappointing. He's on a yellow, mate. Get in there. See if we can get him a card. He has to back off, right? What is this highlight? Jamie Walsh is going to get the ball. Oh, there he goes. Jamie Walsh does his man in, steals it, gets it to Kavanaugh, who gets it back to Jamie Walsh, who takes the touch, who gets it to O'Reilly, falls to Wilkinson. Wilkinson comes in, scores a goal. I love that. I love that. Jamie Walsh, I guess, gets credit for the assist. Maybe that'll be good for his confidence, right? I don't know. Walsh, cross. Okay, I guess it was deflected a little bit, or a missed. I don't know if it actually deflected or if it was a miss. He's going to get an assist, and we're going to immediately take him out and try and get Nag a little bit of game time to work on his match sharpness. And then we'll take off O'Neill, and we will bring in Harry White. Come on, lads. That was good. 28 shots. 28 shots is a lot of shots, my friends. Maybe I should move my glasses to be more like this so it doesn't glare as much. It'll look like the professor. Ball in, I'm not even paying attention. Oh, they had a shot, lads. It was off target and it was a long shot, but that's disappointing. Really, honestly. Critically disappointing. Buckley. To Frank the German tank. Really would have liked us to see that out, boys, without a shot against us. But, you know, player of the match to Adeyinka. I mean, the goal and the assist, I guess, is why. Lovely stuff, that. I'm pretty happy with that. I like seeing our youth prospects, or those, you know, underutilized players. I'm really happy for Walsh. That's awesome. A 7.9 full-time after a 6.6 halftime rating, my friends. My goodness. I mean, again, we were supposed to win that game. Okay, 2 to 3 days. Not bad. Just a little swollen, you know. He's got some stud marks on him. How has he found... He's been fired. He got fired from Shamrock, and now he's been picked up by Dundalk. And he's making $2 grand a week. I'd like to point that out to the Cabinteely board. Yep, sure would. Let's take a look at the finances. We're down to 255. That's quite the dip, right? I mean, we did spend a little bit of money, but we need another Europa League run, is what it comes down to. Let me show you the leagues, because I added leagues, didn't I? Yes, this is how we sit from a league standpoint. So Croatia, Czech Republic, Denmark, France, Italy, USA, Spain, Iceland, Scotland, Netherlands, Portugal, Northern Ireland, Germany, Wales. So again, I didn't want to load, as you can see, the estimated game speed is horrific. And maybe I could, let me know, do you think I should drop some of these, like the Vanoramas maybe? Because I want to attract good teams, right? Or teams, good players. Even if they're, you know, League 2 players, they might be a good player for us. I'm not sure of the equivalency. And then as noted, we've added the top division of some of these other countries. You'll note it doesn't kick in until June. So again, I'm not sure if that's going to mess up the Europa League or anything like that, but maybe for next season. So that's where we're at, my friends. Again, the next time you see us, it will be somewhere in here. I don't know. Let me know who you think, like, what are the big games you'd want to see? Obviously UCD is a rival, so maybe that's one. Or like down here, I want to get us into the Europa League, which kicks off. When does it kick off? Theoretically, that'll be July-ish. So I don't want to go straight there. I'm not saying we're just going to go straight to the Europa League, but that to me is where it's all at for now, because I think we need another Europa League run to generate some cash money, and please could we get some training facilities? Because I think if we can get training facilities, that's what's going to help our players and continue to improve. And then like if we can improve a bunch of players, we could like send them off and loan them and kind of get through, get into that kind of a mentality. But we got to get there first. So let me know what you think about all the stuff that we've covered in this episode. I'm sorry if it was a little bit rambly. Hit the like button. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.